Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time.
Velvet jackets.
Frank, what's it about?
Velvet.
This is new.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's not new, but because it's on TV for the first time, it's new for you. But, you know, that's just a velvet jacket. You know, what's wrong with it? You don't like it?
You're looking... Frank, you're looking so good. You're looking so good. You look like a singer at the Eurovision Song Contest from France getting 12 points.
Wow, that is not a compliment for anyone who knows.
Oh, yeah, it is. It is in Norway. It is in Norway.
Well, yes, Norway's standards are very different.
He looks like he's going to do a trick, doesn't he? He looks like he's going to do some sort of magic trick.
Well, maybe he can make you disappear. That'd be nice.
Well, I'd be happy with that.
Yeah.
All of
I've had
you.
to listen to the day.
All of you, maybe.
Jan, are you more proud that a Norwegian club defeated City or more disappointed that Erling couldn't have an impact in the lost game yesterday?
Bodo Glimt winning. Absolutely. I love that. That is a great, great story. Manchester City and Erling Haaland has been tired lately. Erling because he's played a lot of minutes and he is a guy like everybody else. He's a big guy that needs hopefully he can get some rest. Yeah, but and Bodo Glimt, one of the best wins we've had. Norway is a small football nation, but this is up there with one of the greatest results we've had. And mind you, the Bodo Glimt haven't played a game for 6 weeks.
Oh.
I mean, they're in the middle of a winter break, a long winter break. Wow. So that was a big win for us.
Why would anybody think Jan would be upset with Erling Haaland's form?
Well, I don't know, but I like the fact that Erling Haaland's tired. Bless him. Craig, 5 of the top 8 teams in the Champions League table are from the Premier League. Man City's just outside. Can we stop saying the Premier League is weak this year?
No, it is. It is, and this is early days. Tottenham are in it, by the way. Tottenham are up there.
Yes.
And they are absolutely... They were better against Dortmund, albeit they got a man sent off. But they were better. But they've been garbage. So no, we can't. Premier League...
So how bad is Europe then?
Well, again, it's... well, let's take PSG, right? Last year, I might be right. I stand corrected, sorry.
Yep.
But I think they just scrambled out of that bottom
result in the last game.
The last game, out of that bottom 8.
Yeah.
So that it doesn't really mean anything at this moment in time, because some of the teams, I mean, we're watching these games, there's only a couple of games, there's only the odd game with jeopardy. Really and truly. And the other teams are playing for a bye.
Yeah.
To not be in that.
I get that, but I'm watching that today, right? And some of Liverpool's football, we haven't seen that all season in the Premier League. Why is that?
Yeah, but
Why
who did they play against?
They've not been very good.
I don't know, Stevie, you...
Well, I don't disagree, and I was kind of going along with the fact that, yeah, some of the play from a lot of the teams hasn't been very exciting or enjoyable. But yet, Liverpool played some great football tonight that they haven't been able to play in the Premier League. Is it to do with the physicality of the Premier League, or I don't have an answer.
No, but
that's what when I'm watching that tonight.
We can't
that's
sit
what I'm
here.
thinking.
We can't sit here and say the Premier League is strong. We can't.
No, but can I put something on the table for you boys? And I don't have the answer, but if you see after every transfer window, you see the clubs that have spent most in Europe, you know, and you have Sunderland up there. You have so many middle, average Premier League teams, so they're getting better. Look at, so maybe it's tighter now in the Premier League table. Maybe that's why someone will brand it boring. I don't think it is getting boring. I think just that the second best team, the third best team, exception Wolves, West Ham, maybe Burnley-ish. But the rest of the teams are getting better, and that's why it's getting tighter in the Premier League. That could be a theory.
How good could Firmin be? I think he has the potential to be top class.
Hold on. The rest of the teams are getting better. Who's getting better?
Well, they get
Sunderland are getting better.
Stronger.
No, they're not. Liverpool are weaker. Man City are weaker. Chelsea, you could argue, are weaker.
Yeah,
Newcastle have been weaker. Can't win away from home.
Thank you for confirming my argument. Thank you, Craig.
What? You said everybody's getting stronger.
They're getting stronger, and it's harder to win away from home because the other teams, the weaker teams, are getting better. It's harder to go to Sunderland. It's harder to go
How are the
to
weaker
Fulham.
teams
It's-
getting better when Bournemouth are selling all their players and Palace are selling all their players? How does that
Bournemouth is
make
an
you stronger?
exception. It's harder to win away from home. It's not like if you see the tables the last 70 years in England, it's more or less the same teams. But now everybody, because of the finances, the second best teams, the third best team is getting better in the Premier League. It's harder to dominate.
Wolves sell the best player to Man United. Bournemouth are selling the best players. Palace are selling the best players. They're all selling their best players. Everton are not very good.
Better's maybe not the word.
The list goes on.
Better's maybe not the
Stronger,
word.
broader.
Stronger.
Stronger?
Stronger.
Who's stronger?
Well, look at Sunderland.
Well, they've just
That's a
come up.
great example.
yeah,
But that's a great example
That's one
of how
team.
strong they are, and it's not easy to play against them. And a lot of the games we watch, a lot of the times the possession's poor. I think I can certainly talk for myself, and I think a lot of the time there's so many giveaways. You're thinking, hold on a minute, but because the other teams are getting stronger, it's making it harder for the so-called better players.
Who's getting stronger? Sunderland have come up and done a great job. Who's getting stronger? West Ham have got weaker.
Now look at Brentford.
Brentford have had a
look at
good season.
Brentford.
Yeah, they've had a good season, playing some football.
So we think of Brentford and we think of Minnow, right? But that Minnow at the start of the season spent 42 million on one player. I mean, that things like that never used to happen. That's just one team.
They sold Vissot, they sold Mbemo, they sold Norgard to Arsenal. They changed keepers, Flecken left.
But it doesn't
Gallagher came
matter.
in.
It's-
There's no
it
way
has
the Premier.
changed.
I'm not having it. There's no way the Premier League is stronger than better than previous years. We
No,
watch
no,
it every
and
week. It's a lot
said
worse.
better. Better's the wrong word, Craig.
And
Better
Voltaire,
and stronger. What the hell? Stronger where?
There was, from Frank and myself, we know our Voltaire, and everybody has the right to have their opinion, and I respect your opinion. I just think that it's a point that when you see always the club that gave out the most money, it's also the second best teams in England Premiership. That back in the days, that didn't used to be the case. The Swindon, the Readings and whatever, we could never buy the best players as you can now. They're spending money on full-time top international players, and they are fighting against the relegation, meaning that it's harder for the top teams to win away from home.
No, it's
That is
harder for the
simple
top
math.
teams to win away from home, apart from Arsenal. It's harder for the top teams to win away from home because the top teams, Arsenal apart, have got worse. City have got worse.
Yeah.
Chelsea aren't very good. Newcastle haven't been very good.
But
Villa,
but
Well, how do you explain Liverpool then? Liverpool.
They've just been crap.
But the Champions League.
Yeah,
but
but
listen,
why?
listen, Craig,
They've
the
been
Champions League
rubbish.
table.
How can they
the
have
Champions-
gone from there to
Liverpool,
there?
hold on a minute.
The
Are we
Champions-
saying
Gone from there to there, and they spent 500 million in the summer.
Right, I tell you what, Liverpool have got worse because the Premier League is super tough.
The Champions League table show that you're wrong, Craig, because they are
Champions League
compared
table,
with
Craig.
European teams. No, but you have to decide where you go.
But how
because
can
go
you say,
two di-
how can you
go
explain
two
Liverpool?
different directions
Well, how
now.
can you explain
You go two
Liverpool?
different
Because
We all sat here
They can't defend.
before the ball was
They've
kicked.
signed players that haven't played well.
But we sat here before the ball was kicked and said, "Oh, who's going to beat them?" They've just not only did they walk the Premier
Well,
League last year,
because they haven't-
but they've just signed all these players.
Yeah, who haven't played well. That's not because...
Maybe
Why?
let's wait.
It's not because the
Let's-
Bournemouths and the
let's wait
Brightons and all these have got stronger.
So it's got nothing to do
Let's
with
wait
that
the end
either.
of the season and see who
Liverpool's
wins the
woes are
Champions
because
League.
everybody else is not very good.
No, I never
Is
said
everybody-
that.
oh, sorry,
I
it's
never
because-
said that. There's a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
But that's one of them.
I don't know how anybody can sit here and say the Premier League is stronger. I just don't.
Frank, would you like to talk about this some more?
He's too busy
Just
admiring
a
his
small
jacket.
thing, just wait for the end of the Champions League to see who wins the Champions League and where the English club will stand. And if one English club wins the Champions League, you can say that is still the strongest league in the world. And even if I agree with you, it doesn't mean that because you're top of the top and you buy with some players, you're going to get better. Liverpool is the best example of that, and we have seen that many times. We saw Leicester winning the Premier League with players, with not average players, with good players, but not top players. So everything is possible.
Let me tell you what the conversation is going to be, not just from us, but from other people. When Arsenal win the league, and they will, I'm guarantee you the conversation will be, there's not been a challenge. Unless it changes, there's not
Well, like
been a
last
challenge.
year.
Not been a challenge. A proper
Like last
challenge.
year, Craig, who was the challenger for Liverpool last season?
Yep.
Nobody.
Exactly. Nobody.
And it's got worse.
Craig,
The other
how
teams
good
get-
can Firmin be? I think he has the potential to be top
Very
class.
good. Let's move on.
Excellent. Very, very good indeed. Fantastic for Barca.
How can he bring Liverpool into? How do you explain Liverpool? Seriously, he wants to blame all the Premier. He wants to blame Liverpool's woes on the rest of the Premier League. All of a sudden, it's the
I
greatest.
never said that at all. I just
Yes,
said it's
you did.
another
How do you explain
It's another
Liverpool?
piece.
I'll explain to you.
It's another
They've not been
piece.
very good. What do you
Okay,
mean
they've not been
piece?
very good.
And that's why they are where they are.
Freedom to speech.
Van Dijk's defending, Kerkez is defending, Mo Salah, Florian Wirtz, Alexander Isak. That's why. The start of the season, when they're all fit, we're going to win it.
There's something wrong on my line. It's only a repeat from Bristol.
yeah.
Hello.
I forgot Jan Bournemouth have got so much stronger.
An echo. Echo.
Working with a bunch.
There's an echo.
Echo.
Honestly,
Hello, Craig. Hello,
Premier
Craig.
League's got stronger.
Stevie, why are Newcastle going to win the Champions League this year?
Tell me. I don't know.
The problem is they have to play away on occasions, don't they? That is a big issue. Jan, who would be in your starting forward lineup for Norway if the World Cup started next week?
I would, in the forward lineup, Erling number 9, of course, and then I will have Sørloth, so half right, just giving him support, but also working on the long balls because he's a great header of the ball. Then I will have Nusa from Leipzig, who play on the left side, coming 1-against-1, which is doing brilliantly. Then we are a bit worried about Oscar Bob at the moment. We are excited to see what's happening to him in this transfer window. I saw he was linked to Fulham, and there was also talking about going on loan to Borussia Dortmund. So this will be my lineup.
Final question, Frank. I think we talked about this before. Who's Frank's favourite jersey swap?
Oh.
Franks.
Oh, wow. I think, and it's crazy because I don't remember when I did it, but the best swap was with Rivaldo. Barcelona, the 100 years jersey of Barcelona with the golden numbers and everything. And Rivaldo, what a player. So there, my favorite one is that one.
Jan, yours?
Dennis Bergkamp.
Perfect.
For Holland.
That's it then. That brings us to the end of today's show. Europa League.
Good job we never asked those, isn't it?
I know. Too long.
I was waiting for you.
Oh, yeah.
Too long. ESPN FC then back on your screens tomorrow for a bit of Europa League. And the other one, what's it called? Conference?
Europa Conference.
There we go.
Europa Conference. That's